Welcome back. In this subject lecture CHG 190, myself Mr. Vidi Jadhav. In the last lecture, we discussed concentration of the defects, also extrinsic defects. In present lecture, we we are learn we are discuss on the topics ionic conductivity in solids. Now let's see ionic conductivity in solids. One of the most important aspects of point defects is that they make it possible for atoms or ions to move through the structure. If a crystal structure were perfect, it would be difficult to how the movement of atoms, either diffusion through the lattice or ionic conductivity. That is ion transport under the influence of an external electric field. Setting up equation to describe either diffusion or conductivity in solids is a very similar process, and so we have chosen to concentrate here and conductivity in solids because many of the example later in this chapter are of solid electrolytes. Two possible mechanisms for the movement of ions through a lattice are sketched in this figure. Here, the schematic representation of ionic motion by a vacancy mechanism and by interstitial mechanism. In this figure, an ion hops or jumps from its normal position on the lattice to a neighboring equivalent but vacant site. This is called a vacancy mechanism. In vacancy mechanism, it can equally well be described. This vacancy mechanism is equally described as the movement of a vacancy instead of the movement of the ion. In this B, figure B depict the interstitial mechanism where an interstitial ion jumps or hops to an adjacent equivalent site. These simple pictures of movement in an ionic lattice is known as hopping, Hopping hopping model, hopping model, and ignore more complicated cooperative motions. The ionic conductivity sigma is equal to the ionic conductivity sigma is defined in the same way as electronic conductivity. Sigma is equal to small n into capital Z E mu. This small n is the number of charge carriers per unit volume. This Ze n into Ze mu. This Ze is their charge, and it is expressed as a multiple of the charge on electron, and charge of electron E is 1.602 189 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb, and mu is the mobility, which is measure of the drift velocity in a constant electric field. The table 5.3 lists the sort of conductivity values one might expect to find for different material. As we might expect, ionic crystal, they can conduct, are poor conductors compared with metals. This is a direct reflection of the difficulty of the charge carrier has in moving through the crystal lattice. Here, typical typical values of electrical conductivity. Here, material and their conductivity values. Material ionic conductors, then ionic crystals, solid electrolytes, strong liquid electrolytes, and here their conductivity. This is the electronic conductors, metals, semiconductor, insulators, and their conductivity. This equation 5.7 sigma is equal to small n into capital Z E into mu. This is the general equation defining conductivity in all conducting material. To understand why some ionic solids conduct better than others, it is useful to look at the definition more closely in terms of the hopping model that we have set up. First of all, we have said that an electric current is carried in an ionic solid by the defects. In the cases of crystal, where the ionic conductivity is carried by the vacancy or interstitial mechanism. Small n, the concentration of charge carriers will be closely related to the concentration of defects in the crystal. That is number of defects in Schottky and number of defect in Frenkel defect. And this mu will refer to the mobility of these defects in such cases. Let us look more closely at the mobility of the defects. Take the case of NaCl, that is sodium chloride, which contains Schottky defect. The Na plus ions are the ones which move because they are the smaller. However, even these meet quite a lot of resistance. As a glance in figure 5.5 shows, we have used dotted lines to illustrate two possible routes that the Na plus could take from the center of the unit cell to an adjacent vacant site. The direct route is clearly going to be very unlikely because it leads directly between two Cl- ions, which in a close packed structure such as this are going to be very close together. The other pathway first passes through one of triangular faces of the octahedron, point 1. This is point 1. Then through one of the tetrahedral holes, point 2, and finally through another triangular faces, point 3. Before finally arriving at the vacant octahedral sites, the coordination of the Na plus ion will changes from 6 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 3, and 6 to 6, 6 to 6, and 3 to 6. 6 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 3, and 3 to 6, as it jumps from one side to the other. While there is a clearly going to be an energy barrier to this happening, it will not be as large as for the direct path where the Na plus ions become two coordinate. Generally, we would expect the ion to follow the lowest energy path available. as a schematic diagram of the energy changes involved in such a pathway is depicted in this figure 5.6. Here notice that the energy of the ions is the same at the beginning and the end of the jump. The energy required to make the jump is EA. This is the energy required to make the jump is known as the activation energy. This energy required to jump the ion is known as activation energy for the jump. This means that the temperature dependence of the mobility of the ions can be expressed by the Arrhenius equation, and Arrhenius equation mu, that is mobility of ions, is directly proportional to the exponential form of minus energy of activation upon kT. Therefore, mu is equal to mu 0 exponential into minus EA upon kT. The term sigma 0 now contain n and Ze, small n and capital Z, small e, as well as the information on attempt frequency and jump distance. This expression accounts for the fact that ionic conductivity increases with temperature. Ionic conductivity increases with temperature. If we now take log of equation 5.10, log of equation 5.10, we obtain log of, this is equation 5.10, sigma is equal to sigma 0 upon t exponential form minus EA upon t. Then we obtain, if you take log to the base e sigma t ln sigma 0 minus EA upon t. Plotting ln sigma t against 1 upon t. Plotting ln sigma t against 1 upon t should produce a straight line with slope of minus EA. The expression in equation 5.10 sometimes plotted empirically as sigma is equal to sigma 0 exponential into minus EA upon t. Because plotting either ln sigma t or ln sigma makes little difference to the slope. Both type of plot are found in the literature. The result of doing this for several compounds are represented in figure 5.7. For the moment, ignore the EGI silver iodide line, which is discussed in the next section. The other lines on the plot are straight line apart from the one for lithium iodide, where we can clearly see two lines of different slope. Therefore, it looks as though it model we have set up thus describe the behavior of many systems. But how about lithium iodide? In fact, other crystals also show this in the plot. Here, the conductivities of selected solid electrolyte over a range of temperature, log of sigma versus K upon 10 raised to 3 K upon T. For Al2O3, beta double dash Al2O3, beta dash EGI, alpha EGI, lithium iodide, AgCl, CaF2, beta Al2O3, alpha EGI, zirconium O2, 9Y2O31. The explanation for the two slope in the plot lies in the fact that even a very poor crystal of NaCl contains some impurities, and the line corresponding to low temperature is due to the extrinsic vacancies. At low temperature, the concentration of intrinsic vacancies is so small that it can be ignored because it is dominated by the defect created by the impurity. For a particular amount of impurity, the number of vacancies present will be essential constant, and mobility mu in this extrinsic region does depend only on the cation mobility due to the extrinsic defects, whose temperature dependence is given by the equation 5.9. This is the mu is equal to mu 0 exponential minus E upon kT. At the higher temperature, on the left hand side of the graph, the concentration of intrinsic defect has increased to such an extent that it now similar to or greater than the concentration of extrinsic defect. The concentration of intrinsic defect, unlike that of the extrinsic defect, will not be constant. It will vary according to the equation 5.1 we discussed earlier. That is, Ns is equal to Ns is nearly equal to n exponential minus delta Hs upon twice kT. Therefore, the conductivity in the intrinsic region on the left hand side of the plot is given by equation sigma is equal to sigma dash upon T exponential minus A upon kT exponential into minus delta Hs upon twice kT. A plot of ln sigma t versus 1 upon t in this case will give a greater value for the activation energy Es, because it will actually depend on two terms. The activation energy for the cation jumps and the enthalpy of formation of a Schottky defect. Es is equal to activation energy Ea plus 1/2 delta Hs. Similarly, for a system with Frenkel defect, Ef is equal to activation energy Ea plus 1/2 delta Hf. From plots such as these, we find that the activation energy lies in the range of 0.05 to 1.1 electron volt, which is lower than the enthalpies of defect formation. As we have seen, rising the temperature increases the number of defects and so increase the conductivity of solid. Better than increasing the temperature to increase conductivity is so find materials that have low activation energy, less than 0.2 electron volt. We find such a material in top right hand corner in figure 5.7. Top right corner in figure 5.7. This is the figure 5.7. Now we see in this lecture, that is conductivity of ionic conductivity in solid. Also we are learn typical values of electrical conductivity, ionic conductors, material such as ionic crystal, solid electrolyte and strong electrolyte, their conductivity, electronic conductors, metal semiconductor insulator, their conductivity, and also we see Arrhenius equation, then change in entropy during motion of an ion along the lowest energy path, Then the conductivities of selected solid electrolyte over range of temperature, and ionic conductivity of NaCl plotted against reciprocal temperature. Now we will stop. Thank you